You have been carrying a burden that was never meant to be yours. You have been trying to arrange the circumstances of your life through will and worry, through planning and pushing, through anxiety and endless calculation. And perhaps you have noticed that the more tightly you grasp, the more elusive your good becomes. There is a reason for this. You are attempting to do with your conscious mind what only the infinite intelligence within you can accomplish. You are trying to see the entire path when you were meant only to take the next step in faith. The divine order that governs the movement of planets, the rhythm of seasons, and the beating of your heart, this same intelligence seeks to guide your life. If only you would cease your resistance and trust. Your struggle is not a lack of effort, it is a lack of surrender. When you understand that there is a power within you infinitely greater than your conscious reasoning, a power that knows the way when you do not, that opens doors you cannot see, that arranges circumstances beyond your manipulation, then you will begin to release your grip. And in that release, you will find what all your striving could not produce: peace, guidance, and the demonstration of your good. Let me show you where this pattern began. From your earliest years, you were taught to trust only what you could see, measure, and control with your conscious mind. You learned to believe that your intellect alone must solve every problem, that your will must force every outcome, that if you did not personally arrange each detail of your life, chaos would follow. This belief settled deep into your subconscious mind, and it has been directing your experience ever since. But this is a misunderstanding of how life truly operates. Your conscious mind is the surface of a vast ocean. It can observe, it can choose, it can direct attention, but it cannot see beneath the waters, where the infinite intelligence moves in currents far more powerful than your reasoning. When you insist that only your conscious understanding can be trusted, you cut yourself off from the very source that sustains you. You become like a man trying to carry the ocean in a cup, exhausted by an impossible task. Consider what happens when you lie down to sleep at night. You do not consciously direct your heartbeat. You do not personally oversee the healing of your body, the digestion of your food, the renewal of your cells. A wisdom infinitely beyond your conscious awareness performs these miracles without your interference. This same intelligence, this divine order, seeks to govern every area of your life if you would only step aside and allow it. But instead, you stand in the way. You believe you must know exactly how your good will come, through which door, by what means, at what hour. You create rigid pictures in your mind and demand that infinite intelligence conform to your limited vision. And when circumstances do not unfold according to your conscious plan, you resist, you worry, you force, you manipulate, and in doing so, you block the very flow that would carry you to your destination. I have watched countless people struggle this way for years, wrestling with a problem, turning it over in their minds endlessly, trying to see every angle, control every variable, force every outcome. And their struggle itself becomes the obstacle. Their anxiety tells the subconscious mind, I do not trust, I am afraid, I am separate from my good. And the subconscious, which accepts the feeling tone of your thoughts, brings you more experiences that match that fearful expectation. This is the hidden cause of your difficulty. You have been speaking to your subconscious mind through worry, and it has faithfully manifested circumstances that reflect your worry back to you. You have been affirming through your tension, I am alone in this. I must do it all myself. If I release my grip, I will fall. And your subconscious, ever faithful, has confirmed this belief in your experience. Do you see now how faith turns the invisible into form? The moment you begin to trust that there is a divine intelligence operating through you, the moment you surrender your demand to know and control every step, that is the moment when guidance begins to flow. Not because the intelligence was absent before, but because your resistance has finally ceased. The river was always flowing, you were simply standing against the current. Think of the farmer who plants his seed. He does not dig it up each day to see if it is growing. He does not pace anxiously in the field, commanding the soil to produce according to his timeline. He plants in faith, tends with patience, and trusts the divine order within nature to bring forth the harvest. He cooperates with the law, and the law demonstrates through him. This is what you must learn to do with your life. Here is the truth that will set you free. The infinite intelligence within you knows the way when you do not. It sees what you cannot see. It opens doors that your conscious mind never knew existed. It arranges circumstances, moves people, and creates opportunities through channels far beyond your limited perception. This intelligence is not separate from you. It is the very foundation of your being, the source of your breath, the light of your consciousness. Your subconscious mind is the connecting link between your conscious awareness and this infinite intelligence. When you impress your subconscious with faith, with a feeling of trust, the quiet knowing that you are being guided, it accepts this impression and brings it into manifestation. It moves in ways you cannot trace, through means you cannot see, to demonstrate the perfect outworking of divine order in your life. But your subconscious responds to feeling, not to words alone. If you say, I trust divine guidance, while your body is tense with anxiety, while your thoughts race with worry, while you grip your problems with white knuckles, your subconscious receives the feeling, not the words. It hears your fear, and it brings you experiences that match your fear. True surrender is a feeling. It is the quiet release that comes when you stop trying to force the river to flow uphill. It is the peace that settles over you when you finally accept that you are held, guided, and loved by a power infinitely wiser than your conscious reasoning. What you accept inwardly, you experience outwardly. Now, let me show you how to practice this surrender in your daily life. Each morning, before the demands of the day press upon you, take a few moments in quiet reflection. Sit in stillness and acknowledge this truth. Infinite intelligence dwells within me and guides my every step. I release my anxious planning and trust the divine order that knows the way. Feel these words. Let them settle into your body as a warm certainty, as though you were sinking into the arms of a loving presence that has always held you. As you breathe, imagine that with each inhalation, you are drawing in the peace of divine guidance, and with each exhalation, you are releasing the burden of control. You are not abandoning responsibility. You are simply recognizing that your true responsibility is to maintain faith while the infinite intelligence handles the means. This is not passivity. It is the highest form of action. When a problem arises during your day, and it will, you need not panic. You need not immediately rush into anxious planning. Instead, pause. Bring your attention inward and speak quietly to the intelligence within you. I do not know the way, but you do. I trust you to guide me. Show me the next step. Then release the problem. Give it over entirely. Hand it to the infinite with the same confidence you would feel handing a letter to the postman, knowing it will reach its destination. Your conscious mind's role is simply to remain open and receptive, to watch for guidance, which often comes through quiet intuition, through a sudden knowing, through an inner prompting, through an unexpected conversation, through doors that open just when you need them. And this is where understanding becomes demonstration. I have seen this law work in the lives of countless people. A woman came to me once, desperate about a financial difficulty. She had tried everything her conscious mind could devise, borrowing, pleading, manipulating, and each effort had only deepened her trouble. I asked her to stop trying, to cease all struggle for just 1 week, and instead spend that time in prayer, affirming, divine order is now established in my financial affairs. The infinite intelligence opens the way for my complete supply. She resisted at first. Her mind said, "But I must do something." I explained to her that she had been doing, and it had not worked. Now she must try trusting. Each morning and evening, she saturated her subconscious with this feeling of divine order, releasing all anxiety about how it would come to pass. She let go of her rigid ideas about which door her good must enter through. Within days, an unexpected opportunity appeared through a channel she had never considered. Not through any of her frantic planning, but through the perfect outworking of a law she had finally ceased to obstruct. This is always how it works. The infinite does not operate according to your conscious blueprint. It moves through avenues you cannot see, in timing you cannot predict, by means that often surprise you. Your task is not to direct the power, but to trust it. When you find yourself worrying, recognize it immediately as a signal that you have taken back the burden. In that moment, consciously release it again. Say inwardly, I give this to the infinite intelligence within me. I trust the divine order to handle this perfectly. And feel yourself relaxing the way your body relaxes when you finally set down a heavy weight you have been carrying too long. Can you feel that calm certainty stirring within you now? Practice this especially at night before sleep. The moments before sleep are when your subconscious mind is most receptive to impression. As you lie in bed, review your day not with criticism, but with gratitude. Thank the infinite intelligence for guiding you through each circumstance, even those that seem difficult, for they too were part of the perfect unfolding. Then affirm, as I sleep, divine wisdom solves every problem. I awaken to new insight and perfect guidance. Sleep in peace, knowing that while your conscious mind rests, the infinite intelligence continues its perfect work within you. Solutions are being prepared. Doors are being opened. Circumstances are being arranged. All of this happens not through your worry, but through your faith. In your relationships, Practice this same surrender. Stop trying to change people through force of will. Instead, see them as the infinite sees them, as expressions of divine intelligence, unfolding according to a perfect pattern. When you release your demand that they behave according to your plan, you free both them and yourself. You allow the divine order to work through the relationship in ways that benefit all, in your work, in your health, in every area of your life. This principle applies. Your conscious mind chooses the goal, the what. Your subconscious mind, in contact with infinite intelligence, provides the means, the how. You must stop trying to do the work of both. Choose your desire clearly. Impress it upon your subconscious through feeling and faith. Then release it with confidence, knowing that the infinite intelligence will demonstrate it in divine order at the right time, through the right means, in the right way. The subconscious is the servant of belief, and so you see, you have never been alone in your struggle. You have never been required to carry the weight of your life through conscious effort alone. There has always been a presence within you, guiding you, sustaining you, opening the way before you, waiting only for your trust. Your peace comes not from knowing every step of the path, but from knowing that the path is held by a wisdom infinitely greater than your reasoning. Your freedom comes not from controlling circumstances, but from releasing them into divine order. Your good comes not through anxious striving, but through faithful surrender. From this moment forward, practice trust as you would practice any skill. When worry arises, gently set it aside. When the urge to control overwhelms you, breathe deeply and release. When you cannot see the way, remind yourself, the infinite intelligence within me sees clearly. I trust. I follow. I allow. This is not weakness. This is the greatest strength you will ever know, the strength that comes from alignment with the power that creates worlds, that moves oceans, that sustains all life. You are not separate from this power. You are one with it. It flows through you in every breath, in every heartbeat, in every moment of your existence. Let it guide you. Rest in divine order, and know that all is well, even now, even here, even in circumstances you do not yet understand. The infinite intelligence is unfolding everything perfectly. Faith is imagination directed toward good.